everyone. In this video I will make junk journal dangles from earrings such as this. You know the ones. These earrings, the earrings that you've had for years, they're pretty, you haven't thrown them out, but maybe one is lost, or if there are two of them, you haven't worn them for ages, and you never will. It might be time to give these earrings new life. For example, this one, it's really pretty, but I'm never, ever going to wear this again, ever. So I'm going to use it in my junk journal, or in one of my junk journals. So anyway, I have a little pile of old earrings here, and it's time for them to be reincarnated into something useful and beautiful. My name is Laura, and I am from the Queen of Mirth, and I want to tell you that I am so happy to be here with you today. So thank you for stopping by, and I'm just going to get on with it. I have a few junk journals with me. This is one that I made in my 10-Minute Tuesday, the last challenge that I had. And I'm just going to add something. So what I want to do is to just make this like this, and so it will go into some kind of a hole, and I think I'll use maybe this one. It's pretty. These are very, very simple things to do. Now, there's really no front or back to this one that I can discern. No, it's all front and back. So I think I'll just glue it onto my closure. I'm using a considerable amount, a nice glob of glue, which will dry clear and it will be hidden. But I want it quite close to the paper. So there's one. The idea is to decorate our junk journals using these old earrings. And they will only make the journals, I better not do this because I don't want it to, I don't want the closure to tie shut. Be a little difficult then, wouldn't it, to open our journals. I'll just push it down in there. Okay, it looks like it's not going to stick, which is fine. I'm just going to thread this through again. There's a wide enough hole here to put it through twice. And I'm just going to, what I'll do is just put it very close to the there. Now what I'll do is how will we make sure it stays in there? I'll maybe try and thread it through 3 times, and then put a little glue on the closure itself, on the seam binding. This is a lacy seam binding from the thrift store. There. Now it's going to stay, particularly since it's going to have a little bit of glue in there. So this is the Elmer's Craft Bond. I think it's called Craft Bond. What's it called? No, it's not. Sorry, it's not Elmer's at all. It's the Scotch, made by the Scotch tape guys. Scotch, it's called Create, Scotch Create tacky glue. And it's not going to want to glue metal, obviously. I'm just trying this out, this glue. I've mentioned it in other videos. I bought this not too long ago for the purpose of testing it, because I have been using art glitter glue, which is absolutely wonderful, but it's terribly expensive, so I thought I would try this. I think Scotch tape is quite trustworthy. Now, isn't that beautiful? Is that not nice? I think it adds something special, but I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to close it right now because I'm a little worried about the glue down there gluing the whole thing, which would be a bad idea. But I like it, and I think that it enhances the journal cover. It makes it look pretty good, I think. Good. And if you want to see me make this journal, it's an envelope journal. All the pages are made with envelopes, and I made it in my 10-minute Tuesday challenge. I did not make the challenge. However, I don't think it took more than 12 or 13 minutes, 14 minutes at max, to make this whole entire journal, including the cover, and putting this on. So that's one done. Now another one is this, and I have 3 videos about putting this one together and finishing it. But I'm going to, I think, yeah, I think I'll just, I made this tag to stick in there. So if I put a dangle on it, it will actually be very beautiful. How about this one? Now, you have to have the seam, this is seam binding. Whatever it is you have as your enclosure, whatever kind of ribbon or whatever, string, if it has a pokey end, it will go through a lovely little part that the earring fixing was in, you know, the part that goes through your ear. Now, how beautiful is that? But just wait. Now, there's not much of this, but, oh dear. I'm just going to do a double knot here. It's so pretty. I should put it, if I'm going to say how pretty is this, I should put it where you can see it. How pretty is this? I think it's just wonderful. These embellishments and enhancements kind of make our journal, our junk journals, into works of art. They're so beautiful. It's such a joy to take what's garbage, really, and turn it into a beautiful work of art. And each one in the whole world, they're all different. They can't even begin to be the same. So, yeah, and that was simple, wasn't it? But it's truly nice. And I've used brown, these are brown beads. I think they're made out of wood, these ones, and this is glass. All of my earrings are made with either natural materials such as shells, wood, that kind of stuff, or they are made of glass beads, or both together. And a lot of the earrings I've actually made myself. So here's a folio that I made. This is my big folio. I'm pretty happy with it. The closure is a hairband from the dollar store. So now nothing's easier than that. I mean, nothing. Now this, what shall we do? I think I'm going to do the same thing with this one as I did with the tag. This is a playing card, altered. And I think I made this in a 10-minute Tuesday, but I made it in much less. I remember I made this in less than 10 minutes. It was like 6 or 7 minutes. It was really fast. And it's a pocket it's a floating pocket with a pocket. Okay, it would help if I could see the earrings, wouldn't it? And choose something. I want something kind of flattish because I don't want too much chunkiness in this guy. So let's see. Do we have? You're not very flat. And you're not flat. You're not flat. Nobody's flat. So, do you hear a scratching sound? That's my kitty cat wanting to come in, and I'm going to have to let him in because we're having a very cold, wet day. But I'm just going to choose an earring. Okay, I'm back, and I've let the cat in. This one, I'm going to do the same kind of thing with the closure because I like that with the dangly thing. And then I'm going to do some things on the pages. I film with my iPhone and I have it rigged up on top of me, and it usually works pretty well. The only complaint I have is that you can't see too much of, like I don't get much surface, just a little square. But I have looked at other people's videos and they seem to have the same issue. It'd be nice if you could see the whole table, but it's not going to happen. And I hope, like, maybe I should move there to be sure. Okay, so this is how this one is, and I don't think it's that great. No, well, let's close the thing and see what happens. I'm not too impressed with this one, and I might just not do it. No, it's not good. Let's forget it. We'll forget this one. Forget it ever happened. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is make some things with. That's my mom. Anyway, I mean, not lately. My mom has left this world, but she was really beautiful. And she was very generous. And she was kind. She taught me about kindness by her behavior, like by just her nature. watching her all my life. Anyway, I think this one we're going to use some paper clips. I was trying to think of the word. I don't know. The word is paper clips, Laura. Paper clips. Oh, you just bring it down to the end, and then we have a nice, maybe I'll mark my mom if I can find her. Hello, Mother. Yeah, I wish I could see her again. So, yeah, this is going to be pretty. That's my dad. I guess we'll mark him. Yes, I miss them both. Now, shall we put this one on here? I think maybe, no, that's how about, I don't know. How about this one? It's so beautiful. I have to take the ear part off. That's all. But I don't need a tool for that. I can just use my hand, my fingers. There. And once you do that, you just can put this through the paper clip. Now this is a brownish color, so I think I'll use a golden paper clip. I like these. I got these on Amazon. They're different colors and they're very metallic-y, shiny. I like them better. Well, I like the silver paper clips, the traditional ones too. No, my eyesight isn't what it once was, let me tell you. These are not small holes or anything, it's just my vision isn't what it was once. Okay, we'll mark where my dad is. And I wish I could see him too. I miss those people. No, I don't. Let's have a look here. I'll put one on this page. This journal I'm working on, and it just has a bunch of different things that I like or that I want to remember. And a lot of it is things that have happened to me in my life, and things I care about. Okay. Don't I have another one of those in here somewhere? No? Okay. Well, here's another one. I have to take the dangly, or not the dangly, but yeah, I'm taking the dangly part off of that part. So I made these earrings. I used to make a lot of jewelry. In fact, I made all of my own jewelry at one point. I think I'll use one of these instead. I'm not going to do another paper clip here. These are these things. I hope you can see. I got them on Amazon anyway, and they were not expensive. And they close like, I don't know what they're called. I can't remember. But if anybody really wants to know, if you leave it in the comments, I'll look it up. Because I did get it on Amazon, meaning that I can find out exactly what it was called and what it cost. Now, how about right on this one? I want to make sure it's a fairly sturdy page. That's good. Now, what I am going to do, instead of poking it through, which I could do, but I don't want to risk bending the fixing. I'm just going to use this little punch that I have, and it's kind of an awesome little tiny hole. I don't know if you can see, you can bear, it's a really small hole, which means it's good for this kind of thing. And I'm just going to poke it through and then close it. And if you don't have a teeny tiny hole puncher, you don't need to buy one just for a project like this. You can just use a needle, like a sewing needle. Embroidery one is good. So here we are, we have it. And when we open that page, it's pretty cool because it'll be hanging like that. And I think that looks really cool. Can you see? Yeah, it's nice. Now another one is we're going to use a safety pin, which I love. I love just regular old, you know, sturdy little typical safety pins. They're great. I think maybe I'll put it right here. Here's one. So if I want to have the safety, the dangle here, what I will do is I will just poke it like this and then put the old earring. This is a cool old earring. It's like the sun. These were mine back in the day. One was the sun, and one ear had the sun, the other ear had the moon. And I was really happy with them, but I'm not going to be wearing them anymore. For one thing, my ears have become a little bit sensitive, and they don't like these metals. They like gold and silver only. So how about that? The sun. Now I have to just close it. There we are. And that will stay. And how cool is that? Except that it's not going to be happy there. I just bent it a bit to make it a little more flat. This is a very chunky journal, but it doesn't need to be like, you know, gargantuanly chunky. I think we'll do this one again. Another one of the. I was just thinking that this thing is sticking out like this. I can maybe put a decoration on it, and it will hang very nicely. But it needs a hole. Now, I don't know if my tiny hole puncher, let's get these out of here first. Get them out of the way. Let's see. I don't think it's gonna, oh, there, I did it. Yay. Good, good, good. Okay, so, that one, or that one, no, this is all open, and I want it to, I don't want it to, you know, get glued shut or have to be shut. Okay, this is an owl, and this is one of those really long earring holder, you know, earring things that goes in your ear, and I think I'll just put it in here. I'm sure it'll fit. Yeah, and then I can just close it. What do you think? Is that good? Is that okay? Is it something to love? I'm not sure. it needs a bit more. I think I'll put this one on as well. It's backwards. Silly me, not checking. Now, where did the owl go? Oh my goodness. Maybe the owl doesn't want to be on there now. Maybe just this guy. So I'm going to bend this a little bit and get it in there so it doesn't float around there. And I think that one will look better. I have to make sure I put it through the right way. Okay. Yeah, I think that's better than the owl. It's just prettier, sort of, and the beads are pink, which means that they match the everything, the ribbon and the tag. Should put that in a bit farther. So, and if it's not wanted later, or if it's, you know, if it's in the way, this can always be put somewhere else, or, you know, let's see how it looks when the book is open. Yeah, it works. I believe. Sure. Sure. Ugh, I'm telling you guys, I have trouble. I don't want to go on about my troubles, but I have a little bit of difficulty with my hands. But I can do this, which makes me happy, and I'm not going to dwell on the problem when I can create something really beautiful, and these hands have served me very, very well for many years, over 70 years. So I think that we're just about done. I'm going to do one more thing, and that's with my black and white journal. And I'm kind of going a little bit out of the black and white thing with this. We'll see how it works. And then that will be the last one. This will be the last one. And we'll just see if I go out with a bang or not. You know, I haven't really tested all these things, so. But I've used earrings in different ways. Because I love using earrings. I'll tell you one thing that I do love about it is that when you use the old earrings, you don't have to make the beaded thing. Like, you don't have to worry about stringing beads and buying beads and having beads and all that. But this one doesn't seem to, I don't know what happened there. So what do you think? I think it's beautiful. It's it's the only thing in the whole of this journal that isn't black or white, but I think it's good to have one element that's different. It's actually, it adds some depth and dimension to the design, and it's quite beautiful. It's subtle. I think it's nice. Okay, thank you so much for being with me on this little creative journey today. I totally appreciate the fact that you have spent your time with me. If you like the video, please press the like button and subscribe or subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate that, and it's wonderful that we can show the love. Take care now, and I wish you all the very, very best. Bye.